today we're talking about the latest advertiser-friendly updates from YouTube. This is going to be something that affects a great deal of creators, myself included. I've already had to delete approximately 60 videos, and I'm still going through them to make sure that I don't violate any of the latest advertiser-friendly policy, because not only if your future videos violate, but if any of your previous videos violate, you could have a great deal of issues on your hands. So let's get into today's video on advertiser-friendly guidelines. And I will drop the links to all of this in the description below. That way you can see these for yourselves and be able to go through the entire list of everything that is going on. Alright, so as you can see here, there's a few definitions that are just general ideas of what this is going to entail. Now, you would think that they would be a little bit more strict, per se, on some of these, but you know, this is YouTube. Everything's always subject to change anyway. Inappropriate language. Content that contains profanity or vulgarity at the start or throughout the majority of the video may not be suitable for advertising. Occasional use of profanity, such as in music videos, won't necessarily result in your video being unsuitable for advertising. Now, you all know me. I have gone off in the past and dropped a lot of profane language, and that's why I ended up getting the Go XLR. So I no longer have to worry about those kind of things, because now I can either hit a bleep button or mute myself and not have to worry about violating that rule. However, it just stated that even music videos with profane language could still be demonetized for their language. It all depends on the amount of profane language and what the actual word or string of words may be. So you have to be careful with your music videos or your video games or just your general conversations that you're going to be using on your content. Violent content where the focal point is on blood, violence, or injury when presented without other context is not suitable for advertising. If you're showing violent content in a news, educational, artistic, or documentary context, that additional context is important. For example, if a video provides authoritative news reporting on a violent event in a journalistic context, it may be eligible for monetization. Violence in unedited video gameplay is generally acceptable for advertising, but montages where gracious violence is the focal point is not. All games, whether realistic or non-realistic, are in a scope of this policy. So, we'll say, for instance, somebody like myself who plays Battlefield or Call of Duty or Grand Theft Auto, if you have a video clip within the first 8 to 15 seconds of your intro to YouTube, then you do not want to have any kind of violent act in the beginning 8 to 15 seconds. You do not want to have anything with a potential of showing a injury or great bodily harm to one of the characters or to yourself, because that could still be deemed as violence, which can be able to be demonetized. Yes, they say that there's a good deal that can be, but they are breaking down on the beginning of the intros to your videos. Within that first 8 to 15 seconds, that is a pretty much guarantee that they're not going to let you monetize. And this is retroactive. So if you have anything in your previous videos that meet any of these new violations, your potential to monetize that video is getting taken away. And then on top of that, if you're somebody who's in the partner program, you have the potential of losing your partner program capabilities as well as losing your monetization. So you really want to consider what you're doing in the beginning of your videos as well as throughout the rest of it, because as every other one of us knows from the last few years, that at any moment in time, YouTube can change how they allow us to do things. And this is one of those examples. Because they could just say that they want no violence, period, at all. So you would lose all of the gameplay for military style games, RPGs, Final Fantasy, all of that kind of thing would be gotten rid of if they continue down this road that they're going. Adult content featuring highly sexualized content in the title, thumbnail, or highly sexualized themes is not suitable for advertising. There's limited exceptions for non-graphic sexual education videos and music videos. This policy includes both real and computer-generated visuals. Stating comedic intent does not make highly sexualized content suitable for advertising. So, as always, no nudity, no sexualized themes or anything like that, because, well, it's not family friendly, which makes it not advertiser friendly. Shocking content that may upset, disgust, or shock viewers may not be suitable for advertising. Uncensored, shocking elements won't necessarily result in your video being unsuitable for advertising, but context matters. So just think about that for yourself for a moment. Subjects that may upset, disgust, or shock viewers. These days, that could be just about anything. So that one is very vague and open to interpretation in many different ways. Harmful or dangerous acts, content that promotes harmful or dangerous acts resulting in serious physical, emotional, or physiological injury is not suitable for advertising. So not only are we talking about in real life, but we're referring to within your virtual societies as well. Your gameplays, anything like that is still going to be classified as harmful or dangerous, whether it is in real life or fiction. Of course, hateful and derogatory content, but we already knew that. That still falls within the language category. The next one that's interesting, though, is the recreational drugs and drug-related content. Content that promotes, features the sale of, use of, abuse of illegal drugs, related illegal drugs, legal drugs, or substances, or any other dangerous products is not suitable for advertising. Before it was a little bit more clear on things, but now it's a little bit more vague. But here's the thing. The way that this works out, which is kind of stupid in my opinion, would be, we'll say, Grand Theft Auto 5. Whether you're on PC, Xbox, PlayStation, you name it, doesn't matter. We're just going to use Grand Theft Auto for this instance. If your character, whether you're online or playing as the campaign as Franklin, Michael, or Trevor, doesn't matter. If your character, we'll say, is to walk over to the table within Franklin's apartment and pick up a certain particular item off of the table and partake of that particular item, you would then be demonetized, whether it's within the first 8 to 15 seconds of the video or whether it's 5 minutes into the video. And it doesn't matter if it's just one time or if it is multiple times. If you show them, even virtual characters, using any kind of illegal instrument to partake of an illegal substance, it is not advertiser friendly and will not be able to be monetized and can be retroactive on your account if any point you use something like that in a previous video. And as I said a moment ago, if you're in the partner program, any of these violations can potentially cost you your partner program membership. The kicker to this particular one, though, is the fact that your character can still go out and mention these items or sell these items, and you can still have advertising. Now, to me, it seems kind of stupid that in the first portion of this, they say that they do not want it mentioned or used, but turn around and say that you can mention it or sell it in the next half. So, in my opinion, just don't use those sections of the video. Maybe do the part leading up to it so you get that vague understanding of what is coming, and then cut that section out just so you don't have to worry about them flagging you for any potential violation of mentioning drugs with anything in your videos. And of course, you have your firearms related content focused on sale, assembly, abuse, or misuse of real or fake firearms is not suitable for advertising, which, again, besides those who make Second Amendment videos or anything like that, you still have the potential of your video games, again, because of the way that you may be playing your game or role playing within your game, to have a conflict. And of course, you have sensitive events, which goes around the public health and everything that may be happening around the world, whether it's a medical thing or a conflict or anything like that. World news can be seen as a sensitive issue. So you have to be considerate of what you say, how you say, and where you say it at within your videos, in the context in which you use different references. Otherwise, it falls within the sensitive events violations, and you could have a potential issue for more loss of ad revenue or partner membership. Next is enabling dishonest behavior. Content glorifying or promoting dishonest behavior such as trespassing, cheating, or computer hacking that is personal or paid for. And they are also going further in the newest update and stating that if you are pretending to be a store employee because of the recent pranks that have been coming out on TikTok and social media reels, and also getting repurposed here on YouTube, where people are pretending to be employees who are not employees and messing with customers, giving out false information, and just being plain dishonest and so on. And they don't want you doing that. So if you've got any of that content, get rid of it. Otherwise, you lose your advertising friendly status and potential loss of partner program. Of course, there are plenty of other updates that are going to be coming here in the near future. So it would be wise of you to go down in the description below, click on that link of what's coming for the latest updates, and make sure that none of your videos, shorts, or live streams have any of the content that is now in the new policy. If they do, I highly recommend either use the editing tool to fix what you can here within the YouTube studio, if it's something that can be blurred out or something to that effect, or muted if need be, and then continue on. Otherwise, I would highly recommend that if you have videos that do violate these new terms, that you go through and remove them. You don't have to worry about losing your partner program membership. Don't forget to give a comment down below if you found today's video helpful. Don't forget to check out one of these videos over here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.